Why have you decided to make your home here?
By making London the center of my cultural work.
Hi, I'm Victoria and I'm a poet, and today I'm at St. Paul's Cathedral, where we're going to be looking at a lectern that Paul Robeson sung at here in 1958. Let's go take a look. Paul Robeson was here in 1958 to sing to a crowd of about 4,000 people, and the reason why he was here was to raise money essentially for the legal funds for lawyers who were working to undo apartheid in South Africa. It shows just how much activism was happening here in London, even as early as 1958. And Paul Robeson was probably the most famous black celebrity entertainer in the world at that time. He was also a lawyer, he was a scholar, and so he was making a very big stand for the rights of black people, not just in America, but across the world, working class people across the world, indigenous peoples. So it was a very big event. A lectern is something that you place a book on to read from, but in this context, it's usually a Bible. So this lectern was made in 1720 by Jacob Sutton, and it's actually one of the original features of the cathedral. The symbolism of the eagle is also quite important. It's a symbol in the Bible of John the Evangelist. In addition to that, the eagle is seen as one of the only creatures that can stare directly into the eyes of the sun. And so when we think about that in terms of reading the Bible, it's seen as a symbol of staring at the direct, honest truth. And at the foot, you've got 4 lions, and so you've got another sense of strength again. When we think about Paul Robeson and his activism and his life, we really get a sense of that steadfastness and that strength and that truth aspect. So I think that the symbolism of both the eagle and the lion work quite well. The significance of the lectern is that Paul Robeson used it to deliver what was a very famous performance at the time.
We are climbing Jacob's ladder. We are climbing Jacob's ladder, soldiers of the cross.
Music and performance is important for Black Britons because music and performance is quite a big aspect of Black culture. Whether you're from the Caribbean or you're from Africa more directly, it's just such a rich part of Black cultures wherever you are in the diaspora. And so there's no way you can really separate the history of music and performance and Black people. And thinking about Paul Robeson being here and singing, he's drawing upon a legacy that's not just from the US, it's diasporic in the widest sense. I'm going to read a poem that I wrote that was inspired by Paul Robeson. Old man. Life is as long or as short as the word everything feels, and I've done it, all of which began before me. Pops was a runaway teen, Mama the phoenix that never flew from the flames, though I waited, I did. I was 9 and she didn't come back. I left for college, made the team, basketball, baseball, track, bloodied and bruised. They made me prove myself. Then I made the team what it was. All-American, roll of honor, all of that, and then a lawyer. But the law didn't love me, so I used my voice instead. Deep, Black baritone, spiritual, deep south in the theaters of the North, New York, Moscow, London, the Savoy, the Palace, St. Paul's. I have been at ease abroad. I have been both great Black entertainer and great Black enemy for courting the red and white and not the red, white and blue. I have lost everything. More than once, my mind, my passport, my faith, like a river running dry, MI5, the FBI, like ants forming a queue, coming for to carry me to a home that was never a safe house. I say life is long. Life is long, or as short as the word everything feels when they ask you, What was it worth, Paul? What was it you were looking for? I could have earned my riches and kept myself intact, but I was born into a broken world, and God said, speak, so I did. And then God said, sing, so I just did that too. It's quite a powerful thing to be standing in the place that Paul Robeson stood to deliver his performance at St. Paul's. It makes me think about all that has changed in the world in the time since Paul Robeson stood here, and all that hasn't changed. And so I think there's a real burden of responsibility in thinking about one's impact as an artist or as anyone, you know, not just making work for the sake of it, but thinking about the reverberation that it can have on the world and how we can be a part of something bigger than our own creativity. I think if there's one thing to take away from his legacy, it's that you have to use what talents you have, whatever they are, wherever you stand, to try and make a difference that extends beyond just your own life.